Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hay.
How you guys doing?
Well, it's March. We had to bring in one of our biggest degenerates, one of our biggest betters.
Let's go.
One of them, he's locked into college basketball. He loves Zach Edey. His name is Wyatt Bunting. Wyatt,
How's it
welcome
going,
to the show
guys?
again.
Glad to be back.
So, before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that we have a tournament challenge for a free t-shirt. It's real. My roommate won it last year. He got a free t-shirt. We've had, Nick won it one year. We know everyone that's won it. So,
No bots allowed.
yeah. Well, I mean, anyone could join. Anyone, invite your friends, your family, as long as we can get them a free t-shirt at the end of the day.
People in the Netherlands.
Yeah, our
If they ship
Netherlands
one
guys.
overseas, we'll do it.
We'll do it. We'll pay the shipping. Belgium, we got a lot of Belgium fans. So, but I want to make that aware. The link is in our description if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this live here on Twitter, hello, this is our second Twitter live stream. But we're gonna get started. Same old. We're going through the bracket. Finally March. Cocks are in the dance. I'm ecstatic. Let's just jump right in and start out. We're going to start out region by region. So we'll get to the Cocks near the end. But we're going to start out with the East region. UConn's region.
All right.
They are the number one overall seed in the tournament. They are aiming to go back-to-back after winning the Big East tournament and the regular season. They look like a dominant force. They're facing Stenton first round. I'm guessing none of us are taking the upset of the year here.
Not even
Can't say that I am, although
definitely.
it would be something.
Well,
Yeah.
Do you have
I'm
FanDuel
not
up,
even
Wyatt?
taking-
What are the odds?
26.5, and I'm not even taking the points. I'm gonna take probably UConn 26.5, and I think the money line was something like 3,000 or 2,800. Let me pull it up.
The last leg of my parlay come Friday. Or, what is it? Thursday.
It'd boost your odds by like 3.
Yeah. Any
Throw
cent.
UConn in
Any
there.
cent matters. Any cent matters.
3,500 or minus 20,000.
Oof.
Yeah.
I believe Purdue was minus 20,000 last year when they lost to Fairleigh.
I think it was
Just
50,000.
to throw that out there. No, it was not
Chris,
that high.
Chris, no.
I think it was 20.
Share the story. Share the story of how we lost. Do you remember?
Yeah, so there was a promo on, I think it was PointsBet that
No, it was
you bet-
MGM, I think.
it was MGM, whatever
I
it
think.
was. If you bet like a certain amount, I think it was like up to $50 on any game, like there were no constraints on what the odds were, and then you'd get that back in a bonus bet. So on Thursday, we bet Houston, who's like minus 10,000 against their 16 seed, to get the bonus bet for the next day.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of a scare. They ended up winning by 10, 15 points. So then we do the same thing with Purdue the next day, get another bonus bet, and they freaking lose to
Rinsed $50.
That's such a shame. Just to make
I
the
know.
5 cents you would have made back.
Yeah, we were watching it together,
Right,
and then
yeah.
that same game, I think I had Edey to get 22 points, and I think he had 20 with 11 minutes left and ended with 20.
Yeah, they completely took him out of the game.
So that game, me and Chris got real quiet real fast watching that one.
I had a great day too. I was winning like every
Yeah,
bet.
we were.
I don't foresee that happening against UConn here, but
No. And so the thing about UConn is like when you look at these teams' records and you see like McNeese, they went 30-3 in whatever conference they were in. Like JMU won 30 games, and then UConn's the other team that won 30 games, and they did it in the Big East.
Yeah.
where those teams
And they
eat
played
each
like
other.
a tough out of conference.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
beat number 4 Alabama at the time. They've had their fair share of wars, and they scheduled themselves to have fair share of wars. So
And it didn't matter.
The only weird thing with them was when Creighton just absolutely
Big East,
slaughtered
man.
them that one.
It's the Big East.
Yeah.
If they're away on the Big East, I don't think they've won since like 2017 away on the Big East. But it was
Yeah, I saw
against, like, a ranked
conference
opponent.
away games.
ranked opponent.
Conference away games, ranked opponents. Yeah, there's been like 8 years, which is ridiculous.
And they've won 2 national championships in that span. actually crazy.
So yeah, at first I was looking at that and thinking that was a little scary, but the more I looked into it, I was like, yeah, this. I think they
that's
deserve to be
throwaway.
the favorites.
All right, so let's get interesting. We'll go. Should we go just down the line or go 2 seed? And we'll just go down the line.
Yeah, we can go down the line.
All right, FAU Northwestern. FAU Final Four team last year, right?
They were.
Yep.
Yeah.
They lost to San Diego State, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I got FAU.
I also have FAU. I don't know anything about.
I took FAU as
Northwestern
well.
besides
And
that.
Simply off of my knowledge of last year.
I don't trust them. Their big guy Nicholson has been out for a little while. I think he's like their only impactful big guy. I don't know if he's gonna play or not, but they basically have one good player, their point guard, Bubui.
Yes, I knew
Who's
Boo Boo was on
awesome,
this team.
but
yeah.
That's about all they have going for them.
The issue is like I think come March time, I just want to fade Big Ten.
Oh yeah,
Just give me out
Yeah.
of
that's
there.
a good
Just
strategy.
fade Big Ten.
They're serial chokers.
Yeah.
That's
Even in the first
probably a
round. It's
profitable strategy.
these games that are like coin flips, and they still manage to lose all of them.
My mindset of these next 2 games that we're talking about were the same, which were FAU and San Diego State were in the Final Four last year. Let's give them one more win here.
I saw something absolutely ridiculous on the public on DraftKings. 96% of the bets are on UAB money line, and 98% are on the spread.
96% of the bets are on UAB
I don't
money
understand.
line?
Yeah,
I don't know.
the
if I like that.
handle and bet percentage. And I don't understand that at all. San Diego State just came and won their tournament and made it far last year. I don't understand it. What I like San Diego to cover -7 too. I mean the line opened at 8, I think, maybe 7.5, and it's only moved 1 point with all the amount that's bet on UAB.
So UAB was 23-11. They were 12-6 in their conference.
I don't get the hype.
No, I'm trying to look for it right now.
They weren't the best team in their conference this year.
They weren't the best team. They were.
There's way better upsets I like than this one.
When you look at it,
The only thing that I like about this one is that there's no I didn't know the betting thing, but it wasn't like a trendy upset when they were talking about it the other night.
Yeah.
Like no one said, "Oh, I like UAB to beat San Diego State." So that was the only reason why I feel
saw a post about it and I was like, "What? That doesn't make any sense."
Yeah, I did not know about the betting handle. That's insane.
Yeah.
Do we know what San
he's
Diego
also cursed
State?
with the betting hit. No, go for it.
I was gonna say, do you know
what
their team's roster percentage from last year is?
No, I have no idea. But
I mean,
I think San Diego State takes this one. I mean, they did really good in their conference tournament as well.
Yeah, and clearly they're able to be coached to the Final Four. Like this guy, I think I'm pretty sure the guy stayed around.
Yeah, I'd want to see both FAU and San Diego State's amount of roster that stayed the same, basically.
Yeah, I think that's I'm shocked by the FanDuel public money line for UAB, but we're all chalk right now.
Yeah.
This first region was the most chalk I felt. I have a couple upsets, but not as much as
I have one.
But
the other ones are pretty chalk.
This next one, I'm guessing, is gonna be chalk. Auburn is one of the best teams in the country. Them versus UConn, hopefully later in the Sweet 16, will be epic. But they're way too big for anyone. They swallow SEC teams. Like they swallow them. They won the SEC tournament with ease. And it was one of those. When I watched them against South Carolina, I was like, man. Every time they play South Carolina, they shoot 60%. And then I watched the other games in the SEC tournament. And I'm like, oh, they do this to every team. They just they just swallow them up, and they're all their guys are big. They have a lot of Draymond-ish guys. I hate number 4 on their team. I feel like he's been on this team, this Auburn team, for 5 years, and I can't stand this guy. Don't even know his name, but that's how much the hate goes, and I won't even look into him. But I know every time he's on the court, I'm like, he's gonna get a bucket that's insane, and he's gonna stop someone on defense.
I feel like the only way Yale wins this game is if they shoot 70% from 3. That's really their
Yeah.
only shot. Because you're right, like they're just gonna get bullied inside. I wish that Princeton won this
Yeah,
tournament.
Yale
because I feel
barely
like
beat.
Princeton team
Yeah,
at that
that.
conference.
Did you guys watch the end of that Yale Brown game?
Can't say I
For
did.
that. Oh, it was the most how Yale won on like some stupid buzzer beater, like just wide open layup. And I mean Brown, I think won 13 games. I could just be pulling that out of my butt, but I remember them being like 13 and 19.
You're also
So
down like 6 points
yeah,
to the minute or something crazy like that.
yeah.
So I don't know.
This
There's
is
only so
definitely the
much.
most square division in my opinion.
All right, moving on. BYU. All right, how do you? I'm just gonna say how I pronounced it on
Duquesne.
selections. Okay.
Against?
I was gonna say.
How did you say it?
The keys.
I said Decans. I don't know.
The quees.
Dequees.
Quees. I really wanted to.
This is why I love Duquesne. No one knows who they are.
I wanted. Oh, I have them upsetting BYU too.
Wait, what is it, Chris?
I do too.
Duquesne.
Duquesne. What is the English
the
doesn't make
Duke.
any sense sometimes. How is that Duquesne?
No idea. There's
There's
an
an
N in
S.
there. There's an S and
It's
an
in
N.
Pittsburgh.
Whatever.
I know that. I also know that their
I picked them
coach
too.
is retiring after this year, which is why I picked them.
One
And
last
that
ride.
coach used to coach LeBron James. One last ride, yeah.
Holy crap! All right, this is the insight we need. Yeah, one last ride. This makes them upsetting Illinois in the next round even better.
I do the same exact thing.
Damn. Of course we do, Chris. Our minds are
Illinois.
even though we talk twice a week and that's about it. They're connected somehow. All of our takes.
Wise minds think alike.
Honestly, what do we know about BYU though? Do we know anything?
I know this was their first year in the Big 12,
All right, well that's something.
and that would be the extent of my knowledge. See, this is why people listen to our breakdowns.
BYU is 10-point
We
favorite.
don't know the nerd stuff. We just
Yeah,
10-point favorites.
It's just
10-point favorites.
It's just raw vibes and talking it out. 10-point favorites.
Duquesne should not have been an 11 seed in all fairness. Like, I don't know what that team did to earn. Like, they lost 11 games in the A10.
Oh.
How that merits them getting a 11 instead of like a 13, but I don't know. Raw vibes with this Duquesne team, whatever they're called.
Okay, so
BYU.
They won.
BYU
they won the key. Duquesne won the Atlantic 10 tournament, so that's why they're an 11 seed. They got a boost by winning.
BYU, they score 82 points a game, so they're definitely offensive. They don't really have like one main guy. They have 8 guys that get over 9 points and the highest is 13.8. This guard.
Have a dude that can take over.
Jackson Robinson. They don't have a dude that can take over. It doesn't seem like.
Duquesne's
81 points is a lot though for only having a leading score of 14.
Yeah.
Duquesne's like best. I'm looking at their best wins right now. Their best wins are St. Peter's, who made the tournament, so like that's a good win.
Plus 26.5.
And then like St. Bonavard, Rhode Island.
The Bodies.
Yeah.
BYU beat
the Bodies.
anyone?
They were in the tournament last year, right?
They're usually in it. I feel like. I'm sure BYU has some good wins because they're in the Big 12.
I'm gonna see if they have any.
I got it.
They beat Baylor.
They beat San Diego State.
They beat Kansas
by 9. Lost to Baylor.
They won at Kansas. They lost to Iowa State at Iowa State.
Oh man.
Beat Kansas. Beat Baylor. Yeah.
Beat Iowa State.
Yeah. I don't know about Duquesne.
12. Yeah.
If it's a close game, I might take Duquesne with the points because if it's a close game, I don't know if BYU has it.
Yeah. 10
That's
points
true,
is a lot.
yeah.
For my bracket, we need him. The coach of LeBron, retirement tour. You got to put in some faith. These are the types of things you need in March. You can't be crunching numbers.
Yep. Give me a story.
All right. Something I won't be a story. I don't think Morris Head has it in him.
No.
I don't think so either. Although, like, I wouldn't be shocked just because it's Illinois.
In Big Ten.
Yeah.
The
When they're
main
like
guy for
one of the
Illinois.
worst.
came back, right? The guy who had some
Yeah,
fishy
he came back a
background.
little while ago.
Okay, has he been playing well?
He was dropping like 40 points a game during the tournament. Yeah,
Oh, jeez. All right, well that's good
Yeah.
for them.
that counts for playing well.
This Morehead State team lost to Alabama by 42 and lost to Purdue by 30.
All right, I think they're pretty wild.
I think I might take Illinois with the points here.
How much are they even favored by?
11
do
and
we
a
have a
half.
line on that?
11 and a half.
I like the points
that's
there.
it?
Yeah, I like the points there for sure.
Yeah.
That's surprisingly low.
I'm gonna write that down. Illinois, 11 and a half. All right. And I don't have to dictate. If you guys want to jump around, go right ahead. Washington State, Drake. Gotta believe in Drake.
I don't want to
I have no idea.
I don't want to talk about your Cox like this, but I got Oregon taking down the
That's
Cox.
not what I
from-
meant. That's not what. All right, now get out of
The
here.
other
No,
side.
yeah. That's not.
Bro,
what
you
I
said
meant,
take
like,
the reins, except if
That's
it's your
not,
team.
no. Yeah, no. I meant like if it was like I don't know if you want to talk about Iowa State, like if I don't know if there's something in this section, you want to go all the way over there, we could go all the way over there.
I had Duquesne beating Illinois, but I had UConn winning the region.
I had UConn beating Iowa State to get to the Final Four. So I guess
That's what I had as well.
Yeah,
This is a brutal region for UConn, though.
yeah. Auburn's gonna be a war. That's their toughest opponent.
Mhm.
Auburn looked good, man.
Yeah, they might be tougher than like if
Auburn, San Diego. If we're taking San Diego State and Auburn, are we taking Auburn over San Diego State, or are we having San Diego go back to Sweet 16?
No, I think Auburn takes it.
I had Auburn.
Me too.
I see a world. I know a lot of people have bet it. I see a world where the UConn run ends at the Sweet 16. Auburn takes it.
I wouldn't
In the
be
Sweet
shocked.
16? Yeah, I
Everyone's
wouldn't
like-
be. I feel like
so
if
many
a
people
team's
are
going to
on
beat them,
UConn
it's going to be
repeat.
early.
I think I think a good
Really?
bet. I don't know what the odds are, but a good bet for national champion.
I have.
God.
Yeah, I'll save my pick for later, but I'll check those odds.
Yeah, we'll save our picks for the end for the national champion pick. Yeah, I had UConn leaving this. I had Drake upsetting Washington State, and then losing to Iowa State. I'm believing in Drake. Gotta love the
Sure.
Drake, right?
I took Washington. Washington State hasn't made the tournament since like 2007.
Auburn's
Whatever
sitting
that's
at 2,200 to win it all.
Who doesn't love the Drake though? Come on.
I hate the Drake.
Oh, gotta love the Drake. All right. Let's go. Should we go south or west? Screw you. We're not going Midwest.
Let's
Yeah,
go
let's keep
west.
moving down.
All right, we'll go west.
Oh, okay. All right, wait. Before we proceed, I don't know if it's always like this, but why do they have the East region on the west side of the bracket?
I don't know either. It was confusing the crap out of me. I don't know either. The east side. should
There's
be
a
on the
very
east side.
clear
The
layout.
south,
You would have
the north. The south
East,
is on the
South,
north
and
too.
then Midwest, West.
Yeah.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we're
The only one
going.
that's in the right spot is West.
We're going down to the west for some reason on the bracket. North Carolina versus Howard or Wagner. I mean,
I like Howard.
Dude,
It's cool.
I like Howard tonight, but I'm taking UNC to win it all. That's my national champion pick.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I'm
All right.
spinning it out early. 17-1. NC State, I think they're kind of a fluke. I think they had a good run in the ACC tournament. I mean, but this UNC team, I mean, Duke's nothing special this year, but they've just dominated
Beat him
them.
twice.
And yeah, like
Mhm.
beating Duke twice in Cameron and at home that's impressive enough for me. And I don't think their division is that difficult, so I think they can. Another, like, if we're talking bets here, one bet I like is I have UNC to win their division at plus 340. I think they're the favorite, but I think that's pretty good odds. And then yeah, I'm taking them national championship too, plus 1,700.
Sounds good.
There's not a team that really scares me that much. Like, I feel
No.
like if Arizona can make it that far, they scare me. But they seem like a team that's very prone to getting upset.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't-
Arizona's the
They'd have to
favorite.
win 3 games to get there.
don't sleep
Arizona's
on
the
Bama.
favorite, plus 230. And then North Carolina, Baylor, Bama.
Wait,
Don't sleep on Bama.
Arizona's the favorite to win the region?
Yeah.
Not Carolina? That's surprising.
No. I know. I don't understand the North Carolina slander. Maybe it's NC State made them look bad, but I think they're a pretty dominant team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like them
You also
coming
have a
out of
lot
the
of tournament
region plus
experience
340.
there.
Lock it in.
I wouldn't sleep on Bama. They had some weird games before the SEC tournament. They lost to Florida pretty badly. Barely beat Arkansas. Lost to Tennessee. Lost to Kentucky. But they can score. They can score 100 points in March Madness. And any team that can score 100 in college basketball is a team to be worried about.
Yeah.
I have Bama getting knocked out in the second round to St. Mary's.
Okay. I have them beating St. Mary's.
I am sleeping on Bama.
That's fine. I have them losing to North Carolina in the next round. So I don't think they're going to be a big threat to North Carolina. But I do think Bama is definitely going to take care of Charleston. And St. Mary's, I don't know who's on there. I don't know what St. Mary's looks like. But if they got some big men that can help.
I have Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Really?
Give it to us.
Mary's?
Yeah.
Give it to us.
I'm taking Grand Canyon.
There's something about St. Mary's that I trust in the tournament. Like they're one of those teams that I feel like is always good for a win or two.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling.
Not like to go deep, but they're always in it. A lot of experience.
Grand Canyon looked.
I mean, Grand Canyon's always like an exciting team, but
yeah, they did really good in their tournament games. They like kind of stomped everyone they played. Won the championship by 15. I don't know. I just feel like they have some momentum, and I think if there's going to be, I think they're one of the 12 seeds to be on the lookout for.
We skipped over Mississippi State, Michigan State. That should be a tight game.
Michigan State give me what?
Wow.
Bro, give me Izzo in March. That's crazy.
I was thinking with Wyatt. I was thinking with Wyatt, just Izzo and March.
Mississippi State. They weren't good. It was the same thing last year. They were not good, and then in March, didn't they make it to the Sweet 16 last year?
I thought Elite 8.
Give me Izzo in March, bro.
Yeah, Izzo in March is
they're 19 and 14. Like they're not a good team.
Mississippi State.
They're good in March.
I get the Izzo stuff, but
March is coaching, man.
They've gotten beat in the first round before.
They have.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like this Mississippi State team is scrappy.
Hey, all I know is MSU's coming out on top.
I don't like Michigan State.
Dude, you guys didn't get it.
They're
both MSU.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm looking up the Mississippi State record because I was never scared of Mississippi State.
Me neither. I have Michigan State losing to North Carolina next round.
Mississippi State made it far.
They did.
Did they lose to Auburn?
They beat Tennessee and they lost to Auburn.
Finals?
Yeah. No, it was in the semifinals, but they beat Tennessee in the SEC tournament, which was big. They beat them by a lot, so maybe they're getting hot. But they lost to like Texas A&M and
Texas A&M's a tournament team.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they should be a tournament team either. I don't know. I guess they're. Solid.
I mean, just like record-wise, like they lost 14 games.
They're a solid team. I'll give you that. But I was never scared going to their house or home against Mississippi State. They have a lot of weird.
I wasn't scared playing at Michigan State.
Oh, sorry, Mississippi.
Maryland sucks, so they lost to them twice. But
okay, that's fair. Gamecocks beat them twice, though.
Well, you're in the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. All right, now we're just talking about nonsense. All right. Alabama, Charleston. We're all taking Alabama. No one on the Charleston ride. No. They won a game last year, right? They won it. They surprised first.
Charleston?
Yeah.
No, because I remember having them, and I don't think they did.
I think Colgate last year didn't they upset someone?
I think it was Colgate.
Somebody beat Virginia.
I think it was Colgate.
I remember taking Charleston against.
I remember it was close.
Who it was, but they had a really good year last year.
Might have been
Bama's 9.5-point favorites. I kind of like them with the points too. I don't want to keep saying favorites.
I feel like this could turn into a game where they do, like Brady said, like they just run up.
I could see them beating them by 30. Yeah, like if they're definitely a team like it was just scorers flat out.
Got bucket getters.
No surprise to anyone. I'm taking New Mexico over Clemson.
Yeah,
I am as well.
I think that's the
At
most
Clemson, I couldn't
talked
believe
about
was a
upset.
6 seed.
I was shocked they were a 6 seed.
I think New Mexico's favored.
Yeah,
I think they are. Let me pull that up.
Clemson, they have
San
Yeah,
Diego
2.5.
State beat Charleston last year.
That's what it was.
New Mexico's 2.5 point favorites. I didn't get them as a 6 seed either.
No, they have one big guy, PJ Hall, and not a lot of other people. So if you can get PJ Hall,
Big guys in March.
no,
It's
you
guards.
need guards.
Guard.
Yeah.
It's
You need guards.
Yeah.
Unless you're Purdue.
They got guards this year.
I know.
More experience.
I have Purdue going far. I love Zach Edey. Brady did tell in the intro, but I want to see him get some love. I would love to see him get a national championship, but I'm on UNC.
I have New Mexico going on a little run here, beating Baylor and Arizona.
Ooh, damn.
I don't know. I just wanted to spice it up a little bit, and they were the team I chose. The 11 seed, that makes it a little far.
That's fair.
How did
My
how did
bracket's
New
not very
Mexico?
good.
How did New Mexico do it in the regular season? Did they beat anyone important?
They probably didn't.
I mean,
play
they had a
anyone.
pretty good year in
Let
the
me check.
Mountain West, and they won the tournament, right?
No,
Yeah,
San Diego State.
No, they beat San Diego State in the
I thought they
championship.
won.
Oh, they did. You're
They
right.
won.
Huh.
Yeah,
No,
they won.
they beat them in the first round,
Yeah.
and they beat Colorado State by double digits, Boise State by double. They beat everybody by at least 10. After that,
They beat San Diego State earlier in the year too, when they were ranked, and then Utah State the next week,
Ooh.
who were ranked at the time.
they only lost by 2 at Utah State.
They beat
So-
Colorado State twice.
They didn't play
Yeah,
anyone.
this could be a good team.
It's a scrappy team.
A lot of W's. What was
Yeah,
their
they crushed
overall
San
record?
Diego State and Utah State. They were 26-9.
Yeah, that's a solid squad.
Non-conference. They lost to St. Mary's. They didn't really play anybody else of note.
I think they're scrappy. I think they can win a couple games. Maybe not. Maybe the Baylor and Arizona
I don't hate
upsets
it.
are a little too up, but I mean they are favored against Clemson. Anything with the last 3 games in this section? I have it going.
No.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Favorite.
I could definitely see Arizona getting beat early
Long
Not
Beach have a chance.
in the first round again, but so the Long Beach, that's another team where the coach, like, there was a mutual parting of ways, but they ended up winning their conference tournament. Now he's like still coaching, so he basically got fired and was like, "I'm just gonna finish the year," and they won their tournament.
So he might just want to
Wait.
stick it
So
to
they're
him.
probably gonna,
Why?
they're probably just gonna lose by 1,000, but
Well, why should they stick
never
it to him? Isn't that a play for the coach moment?
yeah,
I think.
like he wants to stick it to the school.
What's the Long Beach State odds?
I think I saw 22. Let me check. 20 and a half, and 16-1 on the money line for Long Beach State.
I
don't hate 20.
I love the 20. Play for the coach.
I love 22.
I love the 20 right there.
I like. Yeah, we'll get there later. I like a lot of the big underdogs, except Stenson. I would probably take UConn minus 30. I seriously probably would.
Like,
Or Stenson.
They
minus
stop
38.
some of these teams, man, and that
Yeah,
coach
they
does
do.
not care. He's like, go for it.
Oh, Dan
Oh,
Hurley's
Hold
crazy.
on, real quick. Shout out the hometown kid, Cam Spencer. I got him plus 1,800 to win the Final Four, whatever that most valuable Final Four player is. Hometown kid, Weber's basketball. Shout out.
All right. Houston, Southside.
I played basketball with Cam Spencer. I'm really cool.
Anything with I guess Nebraska, Texas A&M is the better game right here.
I like Nebraska.
You do like Nebraska.
Ominaga. Love Nebraska.
I don't know anything about Nebraska.
They've got some mojo.
Oh,
They're
real
another
quick, I want to
5
talk
team.
about I know James Madison won 30 games, but that Wisconsin team looked damn good in that tournament, man. I'm not letting
They
any of
did,
the
but they
James
also
Madison-
looked like crap. Like the 3 weeks leading up to the tournament, they're just
Yeah,
you just don't know what you're gonna get from that team.
yeah, I
Like
agree.
if they have a bad day shooting threes, they could get beat by literally anybody.
Yeah,
I think.
I could see Wisconsin
know.
beating Duke though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh,
I could see that too.
I had
That's the
James
thing. Like, I just
Madison
don't know
beating
about
Duke.
them.
Go JMU.
I mean,
damn,
I
okay.
could see either one.
Let's go.
Nebraska beat a really hot Indiana team in the Big Ten tournament by almost 30 points,
Yeah.
and then they got beat by Illinois, but it was a
What about
shootout.
is NC State? NC State, is there any legitimacy behind them? That big man can ball. What is his
Yeah.
name?
What, he's
That-
like 280.
Yeah,
Isn't he like 27? Is that the guy?
dude.
we're
No, that's
talking
the
about?
guy. Howard. Howard has an
Howard.
8th-year player.
Yeah, he was the same draft class as Jason Tatum, right?
You're telling me they're not scoring 64 points tonight? I have
forgot
Howard
about
over
that.
63.5 points tonight, guys. Howard over 63.5 points tonight.
Damn, Texas A&M got hot at the right time too. They almost beat by double digits Old Miss, and then they beat
NC State over Kentucky?
by Old Miss. I had NC State losing to Texas Tech.
I did too.
I think
I
they're
feel like a
little
team like
overrated.
that, it might just be like worn out. If they had to play
Yeah.
5 games in a row, and like now that you're out of that
But
setting,
boy, do I love a Cinderella story of a big giant motherfucker coming in and just. I would love to see it.
What's Texas Tech's guard looking like? I mean, we were just talking about it was the guards versus the big men. So they got guards or they got big men.
I'll pull up Texas Tech's roster.
Doing that right now. Oh, they got a lot of guards.
oh, they have Joe Toussaint, who's at Iowa and West Virginia. Pop Isaacs is there at 16 points a game, and then
16's a lot.
Toussaint. Yeah, they have a good backcourt.
Might be
They
trouble
have a
for
really
NC
good
State.
backcourt.
They're all guards. Like they're almost.
I
the
like-
whole
I
team
like
is almost
Texas
guards.
Tech.
Yeah, I like Texas.
I have Texas Tech beating Kentucky in the next round as well.
Oh, no.
So you guys think the NC
no.
State hype train ends here?
Don't sleep.
I
on
think
Kentucky.
so.
I
Remember how
can
I
see
said-
it too.
I am sleeping on play
Remember,
defense.
remember how I said, yeah, but
They play
can,
good against good teams.
They can score 100 in every one of these games. They can
Yeah.
score 100 in every
They
single.
can.
One.
UConn might score 100 in every game. They
Tech
probably
can
will.
score too.
I'll say again. Chris, I didn't hear your comment.
Me? Oh, I just said Texas Tech can score too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, all these guys can score, but like Kentucky can really score the basketball if they get in a rhythm and get open shots. They will not miss them. It will be. They're gonna be. But if they do face Houston, that'll be a good matchup.
This NC State team was not
Their
that good
defense.
during the regular season. They were terrible before the tournament.
Oh, they were like the 11 seed in the ACC. And
The
ACC
11th
was
seed
horrible.
here.
They won 2 of their last 9.
Well, but that was in the ACC. They
Yeah,
were an 11
yeah.
seed.
In the
Out of
Jeez.
14 teams.
Is Pitt in the
No,
tournament?
they're not. They're not a good team.
No, Pitt's not.
No,
in the
Pitt got left out.
They were one of the
Oh.
first 4 out.
They were like a borderline.
Looking on the South Side, I know Florida's a good team. They have a lot of good tall guys, but there's something about Colorado. They're not even in the tournament yet, but I like they're. Whenever there's a guy in the NBA draft that is on one of these teams, it's like, all right, I got to keep an eye.
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
him. And
Ja Morant type.
like the only guy that I've seen, not only in the tournament, but like the whole draft being talked about as like a top 14 prospect, as like a good one, is this kid on
Mhm.
Colorado. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
But
It's so weird how none of the top prospects are in college anymore. So weird.
no, they're
Yeah,
all
that's
overseas.
ridiculous.
They're in the overtime
G
league,
League.
G League.
It's
Uh,
really, really weird.
Yeah, it
Like
is
really
weird.
weird. I don't like it.
Is it Cody Williams who I'm thinking of? KJ Simpson. Does have an idea?
I
any
think
idea?
KJ Simpson.
KJ Simpson. But yeah, if you get one of those
Cody
guys,
Williams,
Cody Williams, yeah, that's what I thought.
top 10 recruit.
That's all I need to see. I just need to see one of those guys on the team, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a
Guard.
couple wins in March Madness. What is his stats looking like this year? Looking at it right now. He is averaging.
Oh, he's Jalen Williams' brother.
Oh, and he's averaging like 13 points.
Talk about Jalen Williams real quick. That guy is balling.
Yeah, in the NBA on the Thunder.
OKC is crazy.
I can now see it. I can see it in his face.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Boise State beat him tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the time we're talking about
for
this,
his draft. That would suck for his
all
draft.
that stuff. Just
down the drain. I don't know anything about Boise, but I know I took Colorado to upset Florida here.
I don't either.
Get a
I
star
took
in
whichever
March.
team wins to beat Florida.
Yeah, that's
not big on Florida.
Colorado, no, Florida was looking terrible.
They have
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Who did they beat in the? Not the because did they make it to? They beat
in the
Kentucky
SEC finals. Yeah.
Who did they play before Kentucky though?
I think Old Miss.
They did not look good in that game. I remember I was watching that game.
Let me look.
Or I'm just completely wrong.
It was Texas A&M. They beat Alabama. Beat Georgia. So they have good wins. They're another team that's big. They got a lot of big guys.
Yeah.
So if you have a full
Colorado's only 2-point favorites tonight. I mean, I guess they're all going to be close, but
I'm excited to watch that game. I'm going to keep an eye out for Cody
Williams. Damn, Florida scored 105 points against Alabama.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that was
102. What is going on in this conference?
The conference is crazy.
It's insane.
Okay, how do you think Marquette's going to do this year? I have them eventually losing to Kentucky.
I like Marquette too.
I was in on Marquette last year, and they got knocked out early.
Me too.
Michigan State beat them last year.
Oh my gosh, that's what happened. Me and you were both
revenge year.
I agree.
I think I had him winning the whole thing last year, so I'm just back. I have him going to the Final Four.
Where do I have Marquette going?
I have him going to
Shaka Smart.
Yeah, I have Marquette. All the way to the Final Four too.
Olek, who's the Big East Player of the Year last year, I think. He's back this year. I like this team again. We'll see.
I mean, they're a great team, so it's definitely possible. No love for Houston. They haven't really been mentioned at all.
Oh,
no,
I mentioned them earlier. Houston has all the money on them right now. They got 22% of all the handle. I know a lot of this is, you guys know Mattress Mac.
Yeah.
He's got I think he's got.
Oh, and he lives in Texas.
Yeah, he's got $1 million or $2 million on them to win it all. Drake, they just got the Drake curse. Drake was holding up the Drake Houston jersey. I think I could see. I mean, this Houston team looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I think when they're a defensive minded team. I think when they play some of these teams that can put up 100, like I think they'll be in trouble quick.
Mm-hmm.
I would not, and I think they're second in betting wise to take it all because I think they're only 550, and I think UConn's 400 or 500.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I don't like Houston. No. Where do I have Houston losing?
Who did they lose to last year when they got knocked out? Was it San Diego State?
I think so.
I think so.
Or no, they beat Bama.
Yeah, I have Houston losing to Wisconsin.
Oh, I like that. All right.
Losing same spot, but to Duke.
Mine's the same spot, only to JMU. So, a variance there.
There you go. Oh, Miami beat Houston in the Sweet 16.
Oh, what the hell happened to Miami basketball, dude? Are you aware? They're so bad.
They're terrible.
They're
Isaiah Wong. They lost Mr. Wong, and then they're screwed. Do they still have Nigel Pack?
I think so. What I knew
Nigel Pack was like a big recruit, like 4 or 5 stars, and then I haven't heard anything about him since they've just been terrible.
Yeah, no, they were.
They were terrible.
Second to last in the ACC. They were horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and last year they were so exciting. Didn't they make it? Were they Final Four last year? Or were they Elite 8? I think they
Or
might have been Final
Elite
Four.
Eight.
Miami, no, I think Miami was Final Four. I think they played
Oh, wait.
UConn. I think they played UConn in the Final Four.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Chris, remember I had that Miami to win it all ticket, and then
Yes.
Oh, what the hell
They
happened
ran
in
into
Miami?
the buzzsaw that was UConn. I don't
That-
know. That is shocking.
Yeah.
All right, we have the last region to break down, Midwest. Zach Edey's region. Purdue.
Purdue's taking this region.
Another first round upset.
No.
No.
I have Purdue taking this region. I think
I do as
like
well.
Chris said earlier, they have some guards now. Give Edey a little bit of fallback.
It's not even they have guards now. It's just they have guards that have experience.
Yeah, that's better.
Guys, they were running 2 freshman guards out there, and now those guys have another year of experience. I think they're like last year they couldn't beat a press, and like Edey wouldn't pass the ball. Like they get it down to him, and he would get doubled, and then still try to put up a shot. He can pass now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like just watching them live, at least compared to last year, is like a completely different team.
Yeah.
So I'm in on Purdue this year, which is dangerous, but
Yeah.
I'm going for
Don't
it.
want to repeat of last year, Chris.
That would suck. Although it would be really funny. I'd be okay with it, honestly.
I have them going until I think it's Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8, and it's to Kansas.
Kansas. Ooh. Kansas getting beat first round.
I have
think
them
so.
beating. Whoa.
You think
They're
Sanford?
trash, and they're not healthy. Dickinson's banged up. McCullers banged up. I don't know if those guys are going to play. Even when they were on the floor, they looked
I don't know
great.
anything about Samford. I did not look into Samford.
I don't know either, but I don't care.
I could see Gonzaga beating them maybe, but Gonzaga's not good either. No more Timmy, no more Gonzaga.
All right, well then
I feel like people are sleeping
Chris,
on Gonzaga though, because now that they're a 5 seed, they're like they couldn't even win as a 1 seed. Now they're a 5 seed. I wouldn't be shocked if Gonzaga made a run. Everyone loves McNeese too.
Yeah, everyone's on
Gonzaga
McNeese.
to cover the points in that
Yeah.
game.
Okay,
I wonder what the betting handle is on that game.
Chris, I need you back on Kansas real quick. Because I might make my first bracket switch. If they're banged up.
Yeah, let me see what the latest update is.
Like I know they're all gonna play, but even if they're a little banged up, I don't want any part of that.
Samford, yeah, it's only 8.5.
Dickinson's doing great.
It's only 8.5. That's crazy.
Probably not gonna. Well, maybe.
I don't know if I can
Dickinson
take
will probably be out there. The other guy is iffy.
All right, I gotta move some things around then. Injury news is something I wasn't aware of. Still gonna take them to beat them.
That's my biggest upset, I think.
It's weird the spread's only 8.5 though for a 4 seed like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. All right, so I have them now losing.
Yeah, Kentucky's 13.5. Yeah, 8 is low.
That's concerning. I don't like that. That line moves. I'm gonna monitor that line and see if it moves. All right. Utah State, TCU.
I have Utah State
just because Utah State.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I think last year they made it. Last year they lost to San Diego State.
I think so. TCU Horny Toads. I was just like, yeah, why not? That's what I went with. So I don't know. That's my basketball knowledge there.
Horn Frog.
Okay.
All right, Oregon's beating your cock.
No, bro. Oregon is not beating us, bro. No.
And then Oregon's beating Creighton.
What?
What's your infatuation with this Oregon team?
I don't know. I like this Oregon team.
So South Carolina is 1-point favorites against Oregon. Oregon, I think, has this big guy on their team, but I'm not sure. I know that they have a familiar face to Gamecocks basketball.
Yeah, their center averages 16 and a half a game. Oregon center averages 16 and a half. They got a guard that averages 15.
Yeah, the guard is who I was just about to talk about. His name is Jordan Couisnard. Former Gamecock. I had the pleasure of cheering for him for 2 years. Great guy, but his assists are what I'd be worried about if I'm a Ducks fan. And I guess his assists were still 4.5 this year, or 3.3 this year. Sorry,
3.2. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
leads the team in assists.
That's what I'm concerned about. That's what I'm concerned about.
That's crazy.
The fact that he's leading the team in assists and it's 3.2.
This team averages 13 assisted buckets a game. That is a problem. This is some one-on-one basketball.
Couisnard also shoots 38% from the floor.
Yeah, that was my next point.
Like not an efficient scorer.
Couisnard is a chucker.
All right, Brady.
I love him. He's a chucker. And
Brady.
Whoa. All right.
I'm just saying, I'm changing my bracket. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
Let's go, Cox. I didn't know that he led the league or led the team in assists, but that fact is even scarier. As Chris said, 38% from the floor, 33% from three. He loves to chuck it. He doesn't play great defense. He can get a couple steals, but that's about it. And he hasn't turned over the ball this much this year, but when I watched him, he was 3 turnovers a game. So this team can get sloppy, and I'm worried that if without a stable point guard and running the offense through Jermaine, who's more of a shooting guard and should not be the primary ball handler, I'm worried in March that they're going to have to, and they're facing the buzzsaw that is South Carolina Gamecocks. So this
Oregon big man, though, he shoots.
Who's guarding their big man? No,
he shoots 70% from the field.
Okay, the way I can back that up is
and getting 16 and a half.
We might have a singular big guy that can stop this man, but we have a plethora of big guys that will try their best.
Gas him out.
We will size them up. We'll start out the game. We'll start out the game with BJ Mack and CMB as our front court, and we'll see what's Colin Moore Boyles can do against this guy. He's a freshman, so it might be a quick Josh Gray sub. That's normally what they do. Within like 3 minutes, they'll sub in Josh. Josh will get 2 fouls instantly that weren't his fault, which his hands were straight up in the air. That's just the war on Josh Gray. If you've ever watched a South Carolina game, it's a war.
Not SEC refs.
That is true. So that's a boost for the Cox.
That would help.
That's a boost for the Cox for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they face big guys all year long. And when Kentucky was coming into town and they were all hype, and it was the Big Z return, we held Big Z to, I'm pretty sure, 0 point, maybe 2 points, and our guys dunked on him twice. So hopefully that means a good thing for coming against big guys in here. But I don't know. It's a 1.5 point game. It should be one of the best games in the first round.
I think it will be.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, some of the games, that's definitely one of them.
Where's your confidence level at?
Confidence level against Oregon is probably about a good, I don't want to get it over 80, so probably like a 73%. Good 73. Like, I'm solid.
I like that number. I'm looking forward to this game and that Michigan State game for sure. Those are probably my two that I think are going to be dogfights.
The key for the Cox is the couple minutes out of the half. That's really where they choose if they want to win the game or not. They either play extremely hard come out of the half, or they give up after the half. Hopefully some shots fall and get some open looks. I know we're going to play good defense. I know we're going to have open looks, just about it falling. And considering this team was not anywhere close to the tournament, not even the NIT last year, just love to see them in the dance.
Yeah. I wish we had our team in the tournament, Chris. We're just ass.
Not even close to any of the tournaments.
No.
Hey, but you guys made it last year. This is the you needed some transfers this year. Come on.
Yeah, I guess.
You'll get some
The,
transfers.
f- the, it's just there's not been a lot of sunshine in College Park basketball. Been
Also,
very dark
we
and very
mentioned it.
cold.
We
Dark,
mentioned
dark days.
we mentioned their
It is
spread
cold, too.
earlier, but St. Peter's I have overtaking Tennessee in a classic
Let's go.
tennis in a
You have
classic
beating them?
in a classic
I love
Tennessee
it.
upset.
Brady, I love it
That
so
would be a
much.
classic
In
Tennessee.
a classic Tennessee upset. St. Peter's, no Doug, different coach, whole new St. Peter's squad. And they come in and they end up taking care.
Spirit
What was the
lives
spread
within.
there? 22.
21.5.
Like 20.
Money line will get you 20-1 if you take them. But I don't know if I'm taking money line, but I'm that's one of my most confident plays is 21.5. It's St. Peter's, man. They don't get blown out in their first round games. They
No.
compete. They come to ball. Especially with this Tennessee team. What are they known for? Blowing. They're
Yeah.
not covering 21.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I love it.
It's ridiculous.
And-
I
I
hate
will
that.
say last year I was in on Tennessee losing in the first round, and they won by like 30, and then the next round they got beat.
Yeah, but it's St. Peter's.
that's
Yeah,
it's
that's
St. Peter's.
true.
As
I
you
would not
said,
want to face St. Peter's.
the
I wish they would have put him against Purdue. That would
the
have been
aura-
freaking hilarious.
the aura
That would have been
was- it's built within the building. It's built within the building.
Yep, in that little gym that
Yeah,
seats
and that-
like 12
exactly.
people.
Oh, and it's gonna be that compared to Tennessee Stadium. The writing's on the wall. It's gonna
Yep,
happen.
I love it.
And then of course I have South Carolina taking the bracket, beating Purdue. Josh Gray dunks on Zach
You
Edey
actually?
about 5 times. Yeah, I have them as national champions. Come on, Chris.
Dude.
What am I gonna make a
What
bracket?
about in your real bracket?
Bias.
All right, in the bracket that I'm
Freaking
submitting
Len bias.
into the bracket that I'm submitting into the Wise Guys, which is technically my
I still have to fill out my
unofficial one,
Wise Guys bracket.
is South Carolina winning. I have another bracket with UConn winning. But those are my only two champs. I think my realistic
What's the over under on acceptable amount of brackets you can make?
I have
Depends on how many pools you're in.
I have 3.
What's an excessive amount of brackets?
gonna
I think anything over 5 is a little bit excessive.
No,
That's-
5's a good number. Anything under 10 is fine.
No.
Anything under 10. As long as you don't
Dude,
reach
you have
double
9
digits.
brackets.
You just don't reach double digits, you're fine.
Yeah, okay.
But at that point, like, what are you even doing?
No, you're just
Just, like,
joining
filling
randomly.
out brackets
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fill out
yeah,
brackets?
yeah.
He's
I
playing
mean,
the
I only
lottery.
have 3, but I'm trying to give some to the people I know who have.
I think I'm in 3 pools. Then I just filled one out on paper just because. But they're all like very similar. Like I have the same champion in all of them.
You have Purdue in all of them, Chris?
Purdue.
Oh my god. Dude, this is like sacrilegious to you. What are you doing?
Did I spoil that? I
It's
didn't
like
mean to
when I
spoil
took
that
the
if you were
Chargers
saving
to
that.
win in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, is this just like a?
I don't know. Like I'm all in on the redemption story. UVA did it. I think Purdue can do it. They're so much better than they were last year.
They
really
are
are.
really good.
It's and
And I was on the train last year. I didn't think they were going to lose in the first round, but I probably had them losing in the second or the Sweet 16 last year.
I will say
They are a much better team.
they're like all the things before Selection Sunday, before all the conference tournaments. It was like, actually, maybe even after the conference tournaments, it was like the best 2 teams that are on like a plane that like the gap is massive. It's UConn and Purdue, and then the gap is like insane. Well, so who do you as your national champions? North Carolina. You have Purdue. I have my prediction pick. I'm gonna predict it's gonna be UConn, but my champs in my heart are the South Carolina Gamecocks.
That tells you everything you need to know.
It's funny. It was funny. So I made a women's bracket, and both brackets I have South Carolina beating UConn in the championship, and I sent them both my dad.
Your dad went to UConn.
Yeah, that was my
Iowa's a lock.
Iowa State or just Iowa. No, in the
No,
women's.
Iowa.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
They have no one on their team but
Dude,
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark needs a national champion. It doesn't matter.
She doesn't need a national
She's that
championship.
good.
Why does she need a
I don't know.
national championship?
needs one.
She's a chucker.
I feel like
16
she's-
times a
They're
game.
also gonna rig it.
She doesn't have one, right? She's been
No.
popular for long
No,
enough.
They lost last year.
They're not gonna. Yeah, she's not. I mean, she's a shooter, man. She's a hell of a shooter, but I don't.
She's a passer too.
If I hear one more person say, "Oh, the Caitlin Clark can play in the NBA," shut up. I don't
think
there's
she can
better
play in the
women's basketball
NBA.
players. Everyone on USC is better
I
than Caitlin
don't
Clark.
know if that's
Thank you.
true.
Dude, all right. She shoots like 16 times a game. Come on.
Yeah, it's. I'm tired. I'm just
Give me a
tired of it.
break.
They win.
Yeah, they win.
They act like he's like a guy on Colorado. He's like not that good. He averages 32 points and 9 assists. She's first in the league in assists.
I never said
Yeah,
she
she
couldn't
broke-
pass.
How many shots does she take a game, and what's her field goal percentage?
Field goal percentage is
She
actually
shoots
it's like-
46% from the floor.
Look, she's a great basketball player. I'll give you that. I just think
I'll give you that too.
I think that
Size
also,
matters.
Also,
Size matters.
that and when you were saying that they
6
want her to
foot
win it,
tall.
they want her to win it for the women. They might.
I'm
rig
talking
men's
about
sports,
South Carolina has like
but they're not gonna.
genetic
They're not gonna rig
freaks.
women's sports, are they?
no.
I don't know.
They have to draw the
might
line
be.
somewhere. They already rig every men's sport, right?
Yeah.
Think about how much money they've made. I don't know. They might.
No, you can't Taylor Swift, Caitlin Clark into a national championship here. And
You'll be surprised.
I don't know. And does it like? I will say, did you see the tickets for the men's versus women's Final Four and national championship prices? The cheapest
Mm-mm.
men's was $300 less than the cheapest women's. So big ups for
What?
women's. Yeah, big ups for women. Dude, Wyatt, you'd be
What if
shocked.
Iowa loses though?
College, South Carolina will be there, man. It won't matter. Or LSU, like they have marketable women elsewhere.
I guess.
Dude,
I thought
I don't
LSU
know.
was not that
the
good.
way I think of it is like,
LSU.
why would I ever watch the game be played at a lower level than when I can watch it being played at a higher level? And that's the women do a great job, and they're health players.
Clark
but, like,
against Maryland was way more exciting than the men's game that took place like an hour before.
yeah, but now that we're talking about
Product was infinitely
men's
better.
March Madness, men's March Madness is the most exciting thing maybe in history.
That's why you
Not
can watch,
talking just
That's why you
sports.
can watch both. They do it at different times.
You can't go to both though.
Yeah, I guess not. You can't go to both.
Private jet.
Yeah. If you're rich enough to go to one Final Four, you might as well just fly.
You can make it happen.
Yeah, you just might as well fly. I really wanted to go to Pittsburgh this weekend. If I didn't have a test on Thursday, I might have made myself.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
that's what I had last year. I had an exam during the Maryland game.
Luckily, it is directly before, which is nice. So like I'll be getting out of the
That's
exam
nice.
and I'll have a good hour.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll focus real well on that exam.
I've tried my best. All right, do we want to anything else on the NCAA tournament before we wrap up some NFL stuff real quick and then get out of here?
I think that's all I had.
Yeah.
Well,
Final Four. I have UConn, UNC,
Oh, yeah.
UConn winning, Marquette, Purdue winning, and then Purdue winning the whole thing.
I have UConn, UNC, UConn, Kentucky, South Carolina. Wyatt, Final Four.
Oh. Hold on, let me pull it back up. I have. All right, my beat. I got UConn, North Carolina, and I got North Carolina taking it all, and then I have.
Do you
Where
not
is
know?
the rest of it? I'm no.
You making it right now?
Oh, Purdue, Marquette, and I have Purdue. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
good.
making my bracket.
Oh,
as
so we
well.
have the same. We have the same Final Four. Wait, I
Wait.
said you my Final Four, and you said lame.
Yeah, I said square. I didn't say
And
lame.
then you did
I
it
said
anyways.
square.
Speaking of square,
All
you
right.
see Shannon Sharp's predictions for the Final Four for
Yeah.
men's and
With all the
women's.
ones.
It's
One,
all
one,
the
one,
ones. Bro had 8
was
choices and picked
hilarious.
all one.
Yeah, I'm always wrong though, but I don't know.
I can't
like
not
North-
make my
North
bracket.
Carolina
I
taking
get
it.
too nervous.
What Wyatt just said, it was we're always wrong. Isn't that the fun of March Madness?
Yeah,
They have
that's what's so great about
Yes,
it.
of
and the
course.
commercial.
I've never
When-
had a good bracket.
One of the best moments is just like, how the hell did I get this wrong? Like, it feels good.
Or after one game, it's like,
Ye-
oh, half my bracket's screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only year that I actually got the winner right was Kemba Walker when I was like
Nice.
9.
Nice.
Bang!
When
Definitely not Purdue.
I've won it a couple times. I won UNC when they won. I won that bracket, and then I won last year. Not terrible.
25% of brackets have UConn. Dang.
I know, it's ridiculous.
They really are poised to do it though. If any team's gonna go back to back,
Cam Spencer.
Poised to do
Yeah.
it.
That region is tough though, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
I'm
is.
getting through, but the battle.
It is definitely.
I don't get how UConn though. Like, I feel like none of their guys, they're not getting any big league respect. I don't understand it. Did their big man last year make it to the NBA? He was a beast.
I don't think so.
That's ridiculous.
Oh yes,
They
San
like,
Diego
why
or
this year is
whatever.
better.
He's a G League. He's a G League on the Bulls.
I don't understand that.
Can't shoot, you're not going to the NBA. It's a sad.
Cam
reality.
Spencer. His brother Pat just made it. Got of that Warriors contract.
Oh, speaking of his brother, I didn't want to do it at the beginning since you were hyping him up. His brother, we're playing at Truxton Park. I'm playing with 5. Like, I'm playing with me, my brother, 2 other guys, Joseph and Dylan, and then, like, a freaking 12-year-old versus, like, a 12-year-old and, like, his dad and, like, a bunch of his friends. We're doing the full court. After the game's over, we're, like, in the middle and we're, like, picking the new teams. And this guy, Pat Spencer, just walks in and takes our second half of the court. And he's like wearing slides, wearing headphones. Like he's got another boy that rebounds for him, and he's like sitting at spots, just taking spots. I go up to him and go, "Hey man, I see you're doing something, but like we were just playing a game. We were setting up teams, and you know we were using this court." Bro wouldn't leave. He was like, "I'm an NBA player, bro. You don't even understand. I'm training here. I'm training." And I was like, "I don't care what you are, pal.
And
I'm playing
slides?
basketball." Well, and then he went over and like put on his basketball shoes, and I was chirping him. I was like, "Oh, I see you have the NBA socks, man. What are you doing in Annapolis, Maryland?" Like, Jesus, pal.
What?
And
What?
he got so bad. I was like, we were like, a worker saw us like talking back and forth, and was like, "Hey, was there an issue?" And I was like, "Hey, like we had this court, and now this guy wants to take it from us." And the worker was like, "Oh, we can't do anything about this. Just figure it out between yourselves." And then the guy, we started playing 5s. He wouldn't move out of the way. He just stood there while we were playing, taking shots from the spot.
All right. Pat Spencer doesn't deserve any
Pat
love. then,
Spencer
but
down, Cam Spencer up.
Cam Spencer
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
That's actually crazy, Brady. That
I
sucks.
know, right?
That's funny.
It was
Bro, let the
ridiculous.
big leagues get to his head. But what's crazy about Pat Spencer, I don't want to go on a tangent about this guy, but he was the best college lacrosse player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lacrosse ever.
And then he just decided to change to basketball and made it to the NBA. But apparently he's a dickhead, so.
All right. Well, that wraps up our NCAA tournament. If you haven't joined the bracket, join. You will get a free T-shirt if you win, guaranteed.
I'm taking home the crown.
And to wrap up this pod,
If you're taking him the crown, then I'm probably taking him the crown.
No.
yeah, you guys are the same Final
Four.
Four.
Yeah, but you're
Katie go on a little run.
I would love to see us in the championship, Purdue versus UNC for the winner of the
That'd be
Wise
fun.
Guys bracket.
That would be fun.
That would be something.
Well,
I would hate
if one
Purdue
of us
forever.
wins, the second place gets it. That's what happened last year. I won it. And
That's
then the
true,
second
yeah.
place. But it will still be good for the
We'll
battle.
just mail ourselves a T-shirt.
All right. Quick NFL news that happened during the pod. So breaking news: Mike Williams has signed with the Jets. Wide receiver from the Chargers. Solid pickup for them. They also signed.
Yeah, that really is.
Tyron Smith earlier this week. So they've got 2 new tackles for Aaron Rodgers. They got him a new wide receiver. With the 10th pick, they might take Brock Bowers. Like they could have a loaded offense.
I mean, the Brees Hall at the end of this year looked ridiculous.
Oh, he's great.
So I
Before
mean,
that
I think
injury,
this
he was
Jets
awesome.
team. I know they were like literally ass last year, but I wouldn't I would call them contenders for sure.
Yeah, and I'm like, it sucks because like they're gonna it's the Rodgers and they're gonna get all the hype again, and it's just gonna be so annoying.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
but I like
I think
they're
everyone's out on Rodgers at this point. I feel like
yeah, but you know he's gonna get the attention
like
just because
sick
he's
of
a
him.
MVP
I know.
and he's a
Yeah, until he leaves to
be a
run
vice
for
president.
vice president.
Yeah. But they have boosted this offense around him. Their defense was good last year. If he can stay healthy and they have the guys and they can actually protect them, it's like a
Mhm.
formidable team.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have a defense to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, I guess we haven't talked about Justin Fields got traded to the Steelers.
Mhm.
That happened over the weekend. I mean, that's a great move for the Steelers. You trade nothing for a guy who has a lot of upside, so almost no risk, a lot of reward if it works out. You have Russell Wilson under contract, so he doesn't even have to play this year if you don't want him to play this year.
Then you got to resign him though. That's the only catch. That's why people were freaking out about the compensation. That's why it was like a fifth round pick that could be a fourth round.
Sixth, that could be a fourth round. I think.
He's in the last year of his sixth and fifth. This is his last year of his rookie deal.
Yeah, that's true. So they're gonna have to make a decision on him. But if he can sign a I wouldn't want to pay him over $10 million a year, but if he could sign a 2-year prove it deal, stay with the Steelers, maybe an extension, get that extra year, maybe he gets like $11 million.
Wait, where did Pickett go?
Pickett went to the Eagles.
Is he just
he got traded to the Eagles?
what a terrible quarterback, man. Like seriously, like that just did not work at all.
No, he was ass the whole time.
Like actually terrible. Probably the worst quarterback in the league for 2 years. All right, that's just my Kenny Pickett slander. Dude,
I wouldn't go that bad, but he was bad.
I think he threw 20 touchdowns in 2 years.
Awful.
Mac Jones played.
Jones was bad.
Yeah,
Mac Jones might be worse.
He's in that company though, so like it's that bad.
Yeah, right. As soon as we start listing those names, you don't need to.
Kenny Pickett's career peaked when he faked the slide.
Yeah, really did. Once RG3 called him Kenny Fake Slide Pickett, it was all over from there. Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I like.
What about? Can we talk
go
about
off
Kirk
field?
Cousins?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins getting the absolute bag for winning one playoff game is crazy to me.
Yeah,
Consistency pays.
$180 million for 4 years.
I know.
It's pretty insane.
For one playoff win.
Chris, what were you saying?
I mean, this Hawk squad is good though. Yeah, go ahead.
The what?
You said something about Justin Fields before we got cut off.
Oh yeah. He's gonna start over Wilson at some point. They're gonna get fed up with him, and he's gonna get benched.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I would put my life on that.
Yeah,
I don't know if they want it to.
So
but,
yeah,
after like 6 or 7 games, it's gonna happen.
So Commanders are getting Jaden Daniels.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what
Let's
it
looks like.
They signed.
I haven't
Marcus
been this
Mariota.
excited about a pick. I haven't been this excited about a pick in forever.
They signed Mariota, so
like
it seems
RG3.
like it'll be a Jaden Daniels type selection.
Yeah, and
Does
now
that
the Bears
does
are
that not
getting
scare you guys?
Like
it's number 2 pick, running quarterback, skinny frame.
It's terrifying.
Oh, yeah, it's horrifying.
But that's what's exhilarating about it. Like
yeah, take risks in life, though.
Chris made a good point and just said he needs to learn how to slide, and that's what makes Lamar great as a running quarterback. Well, Lamar's okay at sliding, but he's just great at getting out of bounds, and he needs to be able to do one or the other.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. I was worried about him going to the Pats just because he's a little smaller framed. It seems like if he gets hit,
though. That's the other thing.
He's got a cannon.
He's got a cannon. I think he'll be a good Washington quarterback. And you guys cleared the runway, got rid of Howell's in Seattle now.
Thank God.
I think that's a solid pickup for Seattle.
Poor guy.
I do too.
I think it's a good spot for him.
Yeah, I mean, he can sit behind Geno. He probably won't have to start unless Geno gets hurt. And there's an opportunity though for him to start
because he probably will.
I was just gonna say because Geno will probably get hurt. I mean, we saw Drew Lock.
He could use like a year.
So. Yeah, but he could use half a season too.
Where did Drew Lock go? Giants. He should play over Daniel Jones.
He might.
He should.
I love the Giants so much. They're my favorite.
Are the Giants the worst team?
They're the worst offense.
I don't know because they just got
not
burned.
in football, but they're the worst offense in the.
They're the
in
worst
NFC
offense.
East.
Isn't Darren Waller retiring?
I don't know if that was real or not, but I did see Darren Waller retiring.
Okay.
Let me.
That would be
You send that.
I think it's so funny that Saquon went to the Eagles.
Oh, he's contemplating retirement.
Yeah, they need to just like relax about that. Like they weren't going to pay him.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, they're mad about the Eagles playoff. That game where they won the division. The Giants. I mean, their offense might be one of the worst in the league. It's close up there with the Chargers, who right now have no wide receivers.
They have no offensive players.
They
I think this is
back.
George Pickens' year too.
I saw a great tweet. It was a Chargers fan sitting there, and he's like, signing Jim Harbaugh doesn't seem as fun anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, the Bears getting Keenan Allen I thought was a pretty sweet move.
Yes, I do
Like,
want to
they're
mention.
giving Caleb everything that he
Wait, the
needs.
Chargers have
And
no
DeAndre
one.
Swift.
No one.
No, they cut Mike Williams, traded Keenan Allen, didn't sign Eckler. They
Holy
have
cow.
Josh Kelly
Yeah, they
and
have
Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson's their number one wide
Quentin
receiver. They have
Johnson
sucked last year.
Josh Palmer,
Terrible.
fantasy
Josh
legend.
Palmer.
Josh Palmer.
He's a fantasy. Oh, I need 11 points this week ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about the Bears for a second because Chris had a great point. They have Keenan Allen. They have DJ Moore, who they got last year. They have they signed someone at tight end. No, they have Cole Kmet.
They have Komet.
Cole Kmet's solid.
Cole Kmet's solid. They just got rid of Daryl Mooney, or lost Mooney in free agency.
Might go receiver at 9 too.
I was just gonna say they might go receiver at 9
Tackle.
there, and just make sure that offensive line's good. They got DeAndre Swift.
Mhm.
Caleb Williams is set up like we haven't seen a quarterback set up in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many games
They
is
got
Bears going to win.
How many the Bears gonna win?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on how well he plays right
As
away.
if it was like 5.
And it might be like
They
7.
still suck.
It might be like 7.
I think they could win 7.
They won 7 last year.
Yeah.
7 wouldn't be bad. I don't
And they got
think.
better.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
they definitely
of
got
course
better.
they want 10 wins or whatever. But I as a rookie, I don't know.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about is
Stroud came in and just
well, here's the
180
thing.
in 1 year.
Caleb Williams has a lot of pressure on him. He's been poised to be like this LeBron James of football, next Trevor Lawrence, which Trevor Lawrence also had a shit ton of pressure, which means he's the next Andrew Luck, which means all this stuff. And now he's in a situation where everyone agrees right now. We're agreeing all right now on March 19th that the Bears set him up well.
Yeah.
So now if he sucks, what's the excuse? Is it the coach? It's going to be coach year 1, and then it's on him. Then it's like if he sucks, it's going to be in the headlines. It's going to be on the national NFL news, like the front page, that like this guy just can't get it together. And is he going to be crying on the sidelines?
Probably.
I'm rooting for him. I'm sick of all the
too.
Caleb Williams slander.
He's a Maryland boy, right?
Yeah, DMV.
He's from Maryland.
He went to Gonzaga.
I'm
just sick of people trying to rip him down for literally no reason.
Well, there's been
Because they
like
don't
some weird.
like
He's just very.
He's
He comes off
weird.
as
He's a
entitled.
weirdo.
wears a dress.
Yes.
He's a weirdo, but
But he
that's,
comes
like,
off entitled. That's what I was going to say.
He comes off very entitled.
comes off
Like the whole
very
thing where he was like, "We're gonna see who's drafting us to see if it's a good business decision."
that
hate
wasn't
that.
him. Like that didn't come from him though.
Isn't it his
Well,
dad though?
You don't think it came through him?
I thought it was. through
Yeah,
his
I think
dad.
his dad is like super involved, but that's not gonna matter in the NFL.
That's what I
Oh,
would
daddy's
hope.
little boy.
Yeah, I would hope it doesn't affect them in the NFL because, like, you don't
Yeah.
want. I mean, and I guess
Yeah.
it didn't really matter for LeVar, but like that's the type of guy that we're talking about here. There, like,
Yeah.
if there's headlines every
Yeah.
week that like you don't like the Bear, you don't like this, like that. That shit's gonna get leaked. And I don't know. I already see people RG3 saying that he should Eli Manning the Bears, which I don't agree with that at all. I think the Bears is a
I don't
perfect
know
spot.
why he would want to go to Washington over Chicago.
No. I
The
wouldn't.
Bears are doing exactly what they need to do. I think the Bears.
Yeah.
I think the Bears are going
I
to be a
agree.
solid team in 2 years. I think next year they
Yeah,
win about
the
8
only thing
games. Year after they probably could win 11. I'm not even. Yeah.
The only thing that holds them back is being the Bears.
Yeah.
Like they've done everything.
I
And
really
like
like
people who
Cole
want to
Kmet.
complain about like what they did to Fields, it's like it wasn't their regime that drafted him.
Yeah.
So he got put in a crappy spot, and then
And
they
that's
brought in
why
a
they
new
sent him to
GM. They
Pittsburgh.
tried to make it work. Yeah. So anything they did right by him to like send him to a place where he'll have a shot and playing
Yeah.
under good coach. So I don't know. I don't understand that. RG3 just says stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. RG3.
He loves to get on
RG3
camera.
salty his career ended.
He's been salty
Yeah,
for a
he
while.
is.
Yeah. I agree with that. Aaron Donald retired. Is he
All the linemen in that division are just
Potentially.
thanking
yeah.
God. You know?
And quarterbacks. Do you see Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray's tweet was hilarious. He was just like, "Let's go."
No, that's funny. I mean, he's up there for GOAT defensive player, right?
I was just about to ask when it comes to all
I think he
time,
is.
and like we missed out.
LT's probably ahead of him.
I was just gonna say we missed out on like
What?
a lot of the best defenders of all time, but in our
Yeah.
watching of football,
Our generation,
Yeah.
he's
he's gotta
undisputed.
be.
Yeah, no
GOAT.
argument. No argument.
And everything about this guy has just been. I feel like didn't he stab somebody? I feel like that's the only thing that happened.
He punched somebody at a bar.
That's what it was. Yeah, he punched somebody.
And
at a
he's
bar.
probably on performance
when I was
enhancing drugs.
no, he's definitely not. All right, but the one that actually the thing I was thinking about wasn't even a negative headline. It was a positive one. That his training staff last year would like huck knives at him to like work on like blocking. He had to like block the knives.
Whoa.
I swear to God. I'm looking this up right now.
I've seen his training videos and they're crazy. Nothing that crazy though.
He's literally just like a gorilla.
Yeah.
He is a behemoth of a man.
Like,
Yeah,
he's not human.
He trains with knives. The guy he would have to block the knife coming for his face to like work on
With his
swing moves.
hand?
Yeah, with his bare fucking hand.
What the hell? That's insane.
This dude's an animal. Absolute
He's an
animal.
animal. Remember when he killed Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, did kill Alex Smith. But that was part of the legacy. It had because Lawrence Taylor killed the Joe Theismann, so it had to be Aaron Donald.
Carrying the
he
torch.
didn't break Alex. I think it was JJ Watt that broke his leg.
But he
you're
killed
right.
First
It was
game that
JJ Watt.
Alex Smith was back.
Yeah, they put him against the
And I remember,
Rams. I remember.
Jumping on his back. And I was like,
Yes, I actually
"Whoa."
do. I remember that play. Now that
No.
you're talking about it, he jumped on his back, but like he still had like the knee brace on, and it looks like he has no calf out there. And it's like, oh my god, you're just killing this guy out here. Yeah. Chris, we got to wrap it up. Still got some time.
Yep.
Right.
I got 5 minutes.
All right. Let's see. Anything big happen in this weekend that we talked about 5 minutes before?
Ridley went to the Titans.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
Did you see why? Because he had
got that much money.
he got plus 1,800 on it.
Yeah, gambler.
He was negotiating with the Pats and the Jaguars to get the Titans to get plus 1,800 odds to sign him, and then he
You know his boy slammed.
Dude, he
said,
had
yeah.
to have slammed. He had to have slammed. Like this is it's
How were their odds?
He's
Funny
a known
funny story.
perpetrator out there. He had
Yeah.
to bet on this. Like this is a known
That's not even
criminal.
gambling though. That's like just
One
scamming.
of my family friends I know, I was talking to him the other day, and he said that he was on a plane to Florida and somehow was sitting next to Calvin Ridley, and this guy that we're family friends with is just like doesn't care who he's talking to, is just gonna be blunt, and was just like talking to him about the gambling stuff, and it's like, why'd you do it? And Calvin Ridley said that it was for like a $1,200 bet. And he said that was it, and I'm like, and he's like, why would you ever bet $1,200? And he's like, because I love to gamble. So, dude, you know he was slamming it.
That's what I'm saying,
Like,
bro.
I don't think it's about money. I think he just is a gambling guy.
Loves gambling.
Kirk-
But you, like,
Kirk-
that's not
Kirk and
like,
Saquon
you
got-
choose where you go. Like
Kirk and
even
yeah, it's
gambling.
insider info, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Insider
Yeah.
trading. Kirk and
That's
Saquon
hilarious.
are gonna get investigated by the NFL. Let's get Calvin Ridley on that list. We need to see his transactions ASAP.
Yeah. Or his boys' transactions.
Yeah, it was.
Just being
Yeah,
like, yo,
no, it's
everyone
boys.
slam 1,000 on the Titans to sign me.
Dude, I
It
would do
won't
that.
raise any red flags.
I would do that if dude, I would so do that. You knew,
Yeah.
you knew an
There's
NFL
gotta be
guy.
a paper trail.
Just what our Congress does with stocks.
Exactly. All right. What else? Calvin Ridley.
Chase
That's
Young
okay.
to the
All right.
Saints.
Wait. Still on Calvin Ridley. No,
Yeah.
whatever. They need a D lineman, so like, sure.
Saints are irrelevant. Yeah, it's
Did you see that they had a winning culture?
are.
That's what he said. Why he signed with them? They haven't won
of
anything
the
in years.
definition of mid culture.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, like,
mediocre
you wanna
culture.
win 8 or 9 games.
Also, your
Hell of a
culture is
defense.
your culture's tied to Derek Carr and whoever their bum coach is. Can't even remember his name right now.
And it's
Sean
Allen.
Payton.
No, not even
Oh.
Sean Payton. Dennis.
Sean Payton's lips
Dennis
pissed
Menace,
me
right?
off.
Yeah, it's Dennis Allen.
Yeah, Dennis Allen. But on the Titans, real quick, another team, like, good move, free agency. You might maybe overpaid him a little bit, but you're working with Will Levis. He's your guy for now. Like, they're not in any position to draft a quarterback. They have plenty of other needs on the O line and defense. So I think to get a free agent wide receiver that helped. Now he has Hopkins and Ridley. You know, it's not nothing.
No.
Good for them.
All right. I don't think anything. And I know it's been since
Did
the
the Colts
first
do
day of free
anything?
agency.
Michael Pittman, did they get him? Was he a free agent?
They re-signed him.
Yeah, they gave him a big deal.
That's good. I like that. I want to see Anthony Richardson healthy again with him.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Anthony Richardson healthy with him. Just try. I want to see a year of Anthony Richardson. Give me the full year, please.
Yeah.
We need it. Yeah, we got like 2.5 games. That.
All right. The Pats didn't do much. Your Redskins did a lot. You guys did a ton.
Yeah, I mean, we had like half of the nation's
Bobby.
GDP in cap room, so I'm glad we did.
And they still
Finally.
only used half of it.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
They handled things
I'm
well.
happy with
They
what we
didn't
did,
have
though. I
a
really
huge
am. I really
contract.
like Eckler.
They filled almost every hole that they had.
Eckler
It'll
and
give the
Robinson
opportunity
1-2 punch.
I do
Mhm.
think Eckler's only a good he's
Yep.
great value, and he's good that you have Robinson with him.
Yeah,
He's
dude, I think
Our
I wouldn't
linebackers.
I wouldn't be angry if we
improved by
only
the
kept
most.
Eckler as our third down back. Like, why not? Why
I think
not
he will
just give
be.
him third down? Yeah, I'm fine with
It'd be
B-Rob
like
being
70-30
our first
split.
and second down running back.
All right. I see. Oh, Trent Brown. Oh, I doubt you guys heard this because it happened today. But Trent Brown signed with the Bengals, and Adam Schefter decides to tweet. This is his quote. Now that Cincinnati has announced its signing of OT Trent Brown, Bengals quarterback will have 2 XL OT Browns protecting him this season, referring to Orlando Brown and Trent Brown being 6'8" and 300 plus pounds.
Yeesh.
I know what he's trying to say, but really, Adam, 2 XL OT Browns. That's what you're talking about.
He's trying to sound fancy.
Yeah, why is he trying? I know it's his last name.
Because he's Adam Schefter.
And I know it's his last name too, but like, God, it couldn't have been like gray. Like it couldn't have been
No, I
any
know
other
you're-
color here. Come on, Adam. What are you doing?
I didn't even.
It's just wild. It's just
I didn't
completely
even put
wild.
2 and 2 together.
No,
Just
it's
thought it was a
completely
good
wild. And maybe my mind's just wrong for thinking of it to being phrased that way. But when I read it out loud, I was first. And he doesn't say like they also have they have Trent Brown and Orlando. He doesn't say in the tweet like he also has Orlando Brown. He just says we'll have 2 XL OT Browns protecting him. That's wild. It's insane.
That's so weird.
So insane. Oh my god.
That's tough.
But it's about a week into free agency. We probably missed out on a lot of things. I mean, Marquise Brown going to the Chiefs, league winner, calling it right here. He's the Kadarius Toney of the year.
Gosh.
I mean, Niners shine Josh out. Look, there's a couple things that we've missed, but we'll do a full NFL stuff again. We have plenty of time for this offseason, plenty of stuff for news to come out, and there will be a mock draft 2.0 at some point. So get ready for that. Well, thank you, Wyatt, for being here today. We appreciated your college expert.
I always love coming on.
Yeah,
It's been a blast.
we love having you, and we'll see everyone. Thank you all for listening. See everyone on Friday.